Happy 4th of July. Welcome back to Giovanna Designs. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today is going to be a little bit different because it is the 4th of July and I wanted to do something a little bit fun and a little bit completely different actually. I have this vision in mind of a flag and not a Dutch poor flag obviously, but I think what I want to do is the blue section of the flag to be a marbled version of a couple of different kinds of blues. And then again, I've had it in my head that this is going to work, but you know, who knows? I hope it is. And then just dropping little dots of white to represent the stars. This is obviously going to be a very stylized flag. It's not going to be, you know, exact. And then white background for the stripes, and then tracing over some red. And using my crazy little tool, I'm going to sort of swipe. I don't know what to call this actually. I'm going to just use it almost as a paintbrush over the top of my red stripes to see what effects that'll make. I'm hoping that it won't blend to pink. Hoping, cross my fingers. But yeah, I've made my red very crimson. So I'm hoping that will avoid the blending of the white and the red too much. But yeah, let's get started, see how it goes. Okay, since this is the one time that I will not be blowing this around, you can actually be perfectly overhead and get the right kind of view. Eventually I'll get, you know, better camera setup and I can have multiple cameras and you'll be able to get an overhead shot consistently. But for today, this is gonna work out really, really well. So I'm gonna start with my blue area and I'm gonna mix a bunch of different blues. But, you know, I didn't think that it was exactly necessary to show you each and every one because, you know, it's the American flag blue. You know what blue that is. But just to list them off real quickly, it's Liquitex Basics Phthalo Blue, Liquitex Basics Primary Blue, I'm using Arteza Prussian Blue, and Deco Art Extreme Sheen Sapphire. And to add a little sparkle, I am using the Color Art Primary Elements in Majestic Blue, combination of this, Majestic Blue, Payne's Gray, which is a very, very deep navy blue actually, and a lot of blue sparkle. So I didn't want to use that just by itself because I figured that, you know, it's see-through. It's sort of, you know, transparent. And so we need a layer underneath to sort of sit that on top of. Okay, so let's get going. We are just going to grab random blues and squirt them around. Now I do have to be careful not to go over the edge on this because I have an edge this time. I don't usually do that. Usually can just be as free as I want to be, but not this time. All right, here's my Extreme Sheen and the Deco Art. Why am I saying Deco Art? The Deco Art Extreme Sheen. This is the Primary Elements. Make sure those are really good and stirred up. Don't want to do too much of that either because it's just a slightly greenish blue instead of a royal blue. And I want to make sure that I definitely have that royal blue as the primary color. And so let me just actually put a little bit more Prussian blue in there too. Gosh, this is so much paint. Okay, way too much paint for that tiny little area, but it'll work. Okay, here we go. And let's blow out just this little section here. You know what, I'm gonna put that a little bit more centered so I don't paint myself. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, this is so pretty. Okay, that's a beautiful blend. And I wanna completely cover my sides here. I think on the other sides, the white's really gonna take over covering, so I don't have to worry too much about that. But right in this little section, I do want this to be totally blue. So I'm gonna just dab on a little bit there and make sure that I wipe the bottom off. Come around on this side. Wow, that's super pretty. Oh, wow, that came out so nice. Okay. Okay, so now this is where I branch out to something completely new, which is just dabbing little drops of white, almost like a starry night. I'm not doing exact dots. So I think what I'm gonna do is just take the thicker white that I have and drizzle drops here and there. I'm gonna try to. Those are a little bigger than I wanted them to be, but that's okay. Okay, here we go. Now, as those of you who've been here before know, I'm a brand new YouTube channel, so if this is your first time watching, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. I'm just getting off the ground as a little baby channel, and I need the support. Okay, here we go. This looks pretty. I'm liking it, and the white is not disappearing into the blue, which is good. That was a little bit of a concern of mine, and it's okay if they morph. I don't expect, see, like this is happening, that's okay. I don't expect them to exactly stay as perfect circles. That's fine. And it's okay if I get little extra ones. That's fine too. Again, this is stylized. This is not supposed to be realism. That's the one thing I can't do for anything. Oh my gosh, I am the worst realism artist ever. I just can't do it. Don't make things look like they're supposed to look. My 12-year-old, however, is amazing. She's unbelievable for her age. She does faces that I just blow my mind, and eyeballs, you know, like with the lashes and the whole thing. Ah, gorgeous. There we go. Let's see a few more. Come on, little one. Here we go. I need one more. One more up here. Right there. That looks pretty. Okay, you're a little too tiny. You need to be a little bit bigger. Oh, that looks really, really pretty. Now, I'm going to really cross my fingers that when I take this tape off, that blue's not just going to smear everywhere. But I thought about my intention here, and what I'm going to try to do is take the tape off, pour the white quickly, and then, again, it's okay if it doesn't, you know, it's okay if it ends up looking like this, that it sort of blends in with the white a little bit or carries over into the white. That I'm okay with. I just don't want it to be, you know, I just hope that it doesn't mess up all and everything that I just did. All right, so we're gonna just cross your fingers and go for it, right? Here we go. Okay. Trying to do this really slowly and towards the blue. Eek! Okay, all right. I'm not hating that. That's okay. Now one more time. There's a fly buzzing around me, and I really want to swat him, and I can't. Gotta love the garage. Okay, here we go. Oh, I really love that. That's really nice. Okay, now let's come back in with my white. Go right up against that edge. Now, these are much thicker blends than my normal Dutch pour paints. Obviously, this is not going to be a Dutch pour, so I just really made them a lot more body to them than my usual thin mixes. So I don't want to just pour it because I don't know how it's going to react right up against it, the blue. There we go. Oh, that's really good. Ever so carefully. Come on. Okay, so for some of you that are old enough to understand this reference, remember the A-Team? And I don't remember the character's name, but he says, I love it when a plan comes together. I love it when a plan comes together. This is working. It's actually working. Something I do that's brand new that's working. Okay, cool. Now let's pour all the rest of the white on here. And I'm gonna blow this out real thin as I can. Okay, I skipped over some of that blowing around because it was painfully slow, and I didn't think you wanted to watch me do that entire thing. So I did skip over some of that. So let's pop our bubbles real fast on the white. Oh, I got something in my paint right there. I'm gonna have to grab that. I see something. There's always something, right? There's always something sitting in the paint where it's not supposed to be. Where is my tweezer? Ha! You, over there. Come here. Right smack in the middle. There's some blob in my white paint. Okay, goodbye. All right, let's grab the red. So what I'm using for my red is Creative Inspirations Crimson. I put a little bit of extra black in there just to make it a real deep, rich red. And then I also put a little bit of interference in there too, to give it a little sparkle. I may have actually put some red sparkle in there too. Oh, that's another thing that I forgot to mention. In the white itself, and you can't see this because it's white and you won't see it probably until it dries, I put what I had never heard of before. I'm sure it's not a brand new product from Color Art, but I hadn't heard of it before I got it, is Abalone Shell, which is this beauty. It's really gorgeous, and it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's got a little bit of everything in it. It's beautiful. All right, so now I believe there are 7 stripes? 7 stripes, yes. All right, so there are 7 red stripes. So how am I gonna do this now? If I've got 1, 2, 3 up here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. Yeah, that'll work. No, it won't, because then this is 3, 2, 1. That has to be white, red, white, red, red. Has to end on red. I know that. Okay, we have to end on red on both sides. All right, let's see what we can do here. So I'm thinking if I just drizzle down and then swipe this way, that'll come out pretty cool. Brand new thing here, so we'll see. I'm always up for trying something new. It may not work out. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's a royal disaster, and that's really funny, actually. But then you know for next time, right? Never do that again. Okay, let's see here. This one. So what are you all doing for 4th of July since we're supposed to be staying at home? We are doing nothing. A whole lot of nothing. And grieving over the fact that we're not watching any 4th of July fireworks or getting together with anybody. And, you know, it's for the best, and I know that, but it is sort of sad too. We've been very good about staying home. We've been home for 4 months now. We all want to kill each other. But we're doing it, as I'm sure most of you are doing it too. But I hope if you have people in your household that you can relax outside with and barbecue some burgers and chill out, or if you have some family that nearby that you can get together with, if it's safe to, you know, if they've been staying at home too, then I hope that you're able to get together and have a good time and relax. Blow off some steam, have a beer or two. I don't drink, but maybe you can. Okay, let's see, we got 2 left. Gosh, these are so thick. This is just not my norm. Okay, and then my last one. I'm hoping that even though all the fireworks, you know, events were canceled, that there'll be someone in the neighborhood that has a permit that can just blow something up. So we can, you know, the kids can see something fun. All right, this is a little too far away from the one underneath it, so I'm just gonna make this one a little fatter. There we go. This guy too, a little too thin. And I've got some red spots in between them, so I don't know. We'll have to play with that once I start swiping around. Okay, so this little thing is like a basting brush. It's a little nothing. It came actually with these mats that were supposed to be grow mats that I then, you know, took and made my own. So I thought this would be kind of cool to swipe over with and see if it made some kind of just drag effects. All right, so let's see here. Ooh, yeah, that's what I want. I do not want pink. Okay. I think one more time to sort of make it cohesive. That's cool. That's really cool. Oh, I like it. Okay, I have to really be careful to clean this thing off every time so I'm not taking that white and dragging it back over again over the top. All right, there we go. I'm just snaking it a little bit so that it makes it a little uneven on the edge. One more time, back the other way. Come on, Red, come with me. There we are. There we cool. Okay, I'm liking this. This is cool. That's a little too solid. I'm gonna have to blend that one just a little bit more. You know, go back a little bit this way because I want it to be real close to the blue. That's good. Oh, I really like this. This is super cool. Okay, I got a little blue over here. Just dab and pick that up with my finger. Okay, you know what, these little guys, they're just a little too far outside of where that swipe is gonna happen. Okay, let's do the big guy. Gotta make sure I leave a white up against that blue over there. Okay, let's see if we can get some of that there. This is just too close to the next stripe over. Better. Just dragging my finger and making sure that anything that's really far out of line gets back and behaves. Okay, now this one's for sure way off. There's no way that's gonna blend properly. Okay, let's do the next one. All right, where are we going with this? Let's see, you need to be more blendy. And then over here, there we go. Next, I'm trying to clean this brush in between, well, if you want to call it a brush, like basting brush, I guess. Just clean it off in between go-rounds so that it doesn't get too blended. There we are. I love what's happening here. That's super cool. I wonder what's going to happen when I torch this. I didn't put any silicone in the colors, just so anyone knows if anyone's curious. But it is sort of giving me these funky little cells anyway. All right, last one. And there you go. I really want to take that red to the edge because the bottom stripe on a real flag is the red. So I want to make sure it doesn't look like I'm trying to have a, you know, a white edge there. Let's look at it and see what I like and what I don't like. It's very cool. It's very, very different. All right, let's blast it with some heat and see what happens. All right, it popped a little more bubbles, a few more little bubbles, I should say, here and there. And this is bugging me. There, that's better. This came out so cool. It's almost like a wood grain effect in some areas. It's really, really different. Very unique and very, very cool. Okay, so what do I do? This blue edge I'm not crazy about. I feel like I want to do something with this. Just not sure what yet. Let's stick our fingers in some paint. Okay, first things first, let me make sure I'm working with a clean finger so I don't end up with dragging an inadvertent color in the wrong place. Yeah. Now that the red is in, I didn't like that edge that I created. So we're just going to do a little wave right on that blue and white edge there. And by that, I'm taking ever so slightly and pulling in towards the blue, kind of picking it with my finger and dragging the paint towards the blue. There we go. Much cleaner looking. It looks nicer that way. And again, it's not supposed to be perfect. It's not going to be a straight line, but those wispy edges weren't working for me. Not the way it was. I may need to add a little bit more white in here. Not sure yet. We'll see. Ah! See, that's what I did not want to do. Sticks this my finger back in when I had a little blue on my finger. All right, come on, come on. Eek! I'm using my pinky just to get in between these two lines because this red wants to go this way. There we are. All right, that looks much better. You see how this is sort of just, I don't know, I'm not loving it. So I need to fix that. Okay. So now here though, the red and the blue are touching each other. So that's a little bit more difficult to figure out what I want to do there. Over here, while I'm thinking about that, I'm going to add my white back in here. Just right in between the two. There we are. All better. There. Okay. So now, yeah, this is sort of carrying in. Don't like that. That has to go. Bring you back that way. Yes, I talk to my paintings. I say you a lot. I'm going to do this with you and that with you, and are you going to behave? And I don't think I'm the only one that personifies my paintings. I also call them she a lot. Say she's done, or this is her. Okay, here we go. My oldest daughter made fun of me for that the other day. She said, "Mom, you're gender identifying your paintings." I said, "I know." You know, that's the way these kids talk these days. It's not the way we used to think, but that's the first thing that comes to their minds. There we go, that's better. I like that the red is actually touching the blue and that it's cleaner that way. It looks more like it's intended to be that way, which is what, you know, the goal. You want it to look like you're meaning what you're doing, right? All right, now, all right, touching that white ever so slightly, there's some red under there, and it's just popping that red back up. Am I done? I'm done. Yay, I love it. It's awesome. This looks a little crazy and wild and marbled and awesome, and yeah, it looks so cool. I love it. I really do. Okay, I'm gonna take you down now off of the clamp and really bring you in for a good zoom so you can see the little details. Here we are. It came out so good. Totally different and totally crazy. But I love it. Okay, see all of these little, I don't know if I call them all cell reactions, but you see this sort of like, I was saying, almost like a wood grain effect. You see like there? How that is on the bottom there, that wood grain effect kind of look to me. But that movement with that little brush, oh, somebody just set off a firework. I heard it down the block somewhere. Yeah, that came out really pretty. All the red marbling came out really, really pretty. Down there. And the white stayed pretty crisp, which was really nice. And then the blue is the prettiest part. It really is. You see all of that like action going on in the blue from the different colors? It came out, it's like webbing and movement and all kinds of good stuff. That came out really cool looking. So yeah, happy birthday, America. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. It would help me greatly to grow this channel. If you are going to order anything from the Color Out website, I do have my own discount code. It is Giovanna, that's Giavanna 620, all in lowercase letters. I hope you have a fantastic 4th of July and enjoy time with your friends and family if you can. If not, stay home and stay safe, everyone. Okay, so I changed something after I stopped filming, and I figured I should give you the actual ending. I looked at those white dots, and they just looked a little juvenile to me. I don't know. And so what I did was I took a very stiff bristled brush and just flecked some white over the whole area. And it just looks a lot more elegant to me. I don't know. I hope you can see that. Yeah, I need to sit like this because, stand back like this because my my phone's shadow is actually in the way. You know what? Now that I say that, let me put my camera on, my light on. Now you get to see the primary elements too. I didn't show you that last time. Didn't think about that. Yeah, those big white dots were just bugging me. And I like them now, that they have a little bit something more going on behind them. But they just, I don't know, they just look too plain without this. So that's my tweak. And now it's really done for real. All right, thanks.